Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. This week, we are going to talk about the summer pass. In the summertime, when the weather is right, we can just ride up into the sky. I don't know the words. I think those were kind of right. Anyways, let's talk about the summer pass. I'm super excited because honestly, I love the summer pass. I loved it last year. If I didn't have a kiddo, my butt would be on the summer pass because I would just live on the ship and just be there exploring. So there's some really cool options this year that you can take advantage of. But Virgin is not only calling it the summer pass, but you know they always have a cheeky way of naming things. And the other thing they're saying is WFH. I think they said it last year as well, but I have to say I do love it. So WFH is working from hammock, not home, hammock. So I love that because you could totally be sitting on the hammock with your computer on your lap and working. So this year, as last year too, I'm trying to think, if I remember correctly, I think they did both. Yeah, they did both the Caribbean and the Med, I think. Oh, I can't remember now. But they're doing the Caribbean and the Med, and the passes range from 24 to 40 nights, starting at $14,999. Not to be confused with 15,000. 14,999 for two sailors. So that's what it starts at. So let's talk about what's included in this summer pass. Woohoo! So the summer pass starts, you get a central sea terrace. So you'll have the central sea terrace the entire time. You don't have to switch rooms unless you truly want to, of course, but the goal is to not have you switch rooms. So you definitely won't switch rooms. You'll get premium Wi-Fi, of course, because you need to work. You need to work on the summer pass. And so they'll give you the premium Wi-Fi included. You'll also get laundry service because let's be honest, you're going to need to wash those clothes. Otherwise, they're going to walk off the ship on their own at some point and jump themselves into the salt water and, and get a little clean because that's a long time to not be able to clean your clothes. So laundry service is included. And you'll have early access booking to things like your shore things in your dining. So you get to book all of that early. You'll also have pre-voyage and onboard support. So you have dedicated sailor services support to make the most of your trip prior to sailing away. And you get 2 specialty coffees per cabin per day. So you'll be able to use that to stay awake to cook. To work. Where did I get cook from? Did I read that somewhere? Wow. But you'll use that to stay awake so that you can work. Wow. And then you also get welcome bubbles to kick off your celebration voyage of the summer pass. So they'll give you some bubblies. Honestly, it's probably a bottle that they'll put in your room to enjoy whenever you are ready. And my guess, knowing that it's Virgin, it won't show up the very first day, but it may. So cool if it does. So let's talk about the itineraries. I have to be honest, some of these are amazing. I can't even... My mind is kind of blown, I have to be honest. So Scarlet Lady, as we talked about before, is going into dry dock and is actually in dry dock now. I saw a picture of her in dry dock and it's kind of sad. I'm like, oh, look at her. But she's getting a little zhuzh. She's having a little plastic surgery and having some fun there. And she's got note water on her. So let's talk about Scarlet just really quickly. She's getting a new mermaid. She's getting, or a zhuzhed mermaid. I don't know if she's getting a new one. And she's getting more sweets. She's also getting the Lotus. What was the name of the restaurant? It's the new they're replacing Razzle Dazzle with Lotus. Oh my gosh, what is the full name? Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Something Lotus. Dazzling Lotus. I'm totally making that up. It's something Lotus. Shoot. What is it? Lucky Lotus? Okay, they're telling me it's a Lucky Lotus. Hopefully that's what it is. And then what else is she judging? Hold on. Oh, I just had another one in my head. She's getting Razzle Dazzle. Oh shoot, I forgot. The series of sweets. New Mermaid. Oh, the galley is getting the Grounds Club too, like a bar, like a full bar up there in the galley. So it's going to have a really cool lounge. I'm super excited to see that. But anyways, that's what Scarlet's zhuzhing is going to be, and she also participates in the summer pass in the summer. So this summer pass is in June, and it's 3 sailings. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually is, because it's 2 very long sailings and 1 short one. And this starts at $14.99 per cabin. It's the 11-night sailing, the Barcelona, Palma, Rome, and many more is the first one. So that's the 1st through the 12th. That's 11 nights. Excuse me. And then there's a 10-nighter that's June 12th through the 22nd, and that's the southern Spain and Casablanca. So this sailing itself, I've been trying to like push the sailing because it is so cool, the little ports that they go into. And I always say this about Virgin. It's one of the things that I love about them, that is that it has an experience of like a small yacht, even though it's not. I mean, the ship's, a normal size ship. And that's one of the sailings that I'm going to click on it and see here what it, if it gives you all the, yeah, this is one of the ones that goes into all the little tiny ports, and I love it. So it goes into a ton of Spanish ports. So Malaga, Cadiz, I'm probably saying it wrong, Casablanca, Valencia, Palma de Mallorca, and Ibiza overnight. So I love, 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 love that itinerary, and that one's included on this summer pass. And then the last and final sailing is June 22nd through the 29th. It's 7 nights for Barcelona, Cannes, Rome, and more. So you kind of get an idea. I know that we said 3. It seems like not a lot, but it's really the whole month of June. It's just that they're longer sailings. So that one starts at $14.99 per cabin for 2 people. And the other thing I want to mention is that if you're solo and you've got, all these cool friends that want to join you on this summer pass that you have, you can switch out your second cabin. So if you're solo and you're like, yeah, Joe's going to come hang out with me today, or this sailing, and then Sarah's going to come hang out with me this sailing, like whatever it may be, you can do that with a summer pass, but you have to be the one that stays on board. So then, still on the Scarlet Lady, in July through August, which I have to tell you, this one, of course, I'm going to be on myself, which I'm so excited about, is she takes a little bit of break on the summer pass through the month of July, but then it starts up again on July 27th, which is the one that I'm on, from England to Iceland and Norway, which we're going to have a blast in Amsterdam. And I'm telling you, you want to be on that sailing with me because you're going to have the best time. And then August 6th through the 17th is going to be 11 nights from Reykjavik to Amsterdam and Portsmouth. So back, or Portsmouth. And so you're going back. So you start in Portsmouth, go all the way around to Reykjavik, and then come all the way back. And then the next one is August 17th through the 30th. It's Portsmouth to Ireland, Scotland, and more, which is going to be amazing. And then the last one is 6 nights from August 30th to September 5th, English sites and European delights. That one is, hold on if I can get up Bilbao. I love this. I did this sailing on another cruise line, and I did La Coruna, Bilbao, and I have to tell you, in La Verdun, Bordeaux, oh my gosh, it was one of my favorite sailings. So it's a great, great sailing. I figured that's what it was, but I wanted to just check and make sure. So that's the July through August summer pass. And then in September 1st, that one started at $24,999 for all of those nights. And that is, geez Louise, let me do math really quickly. 21, 34. That's almost 40 nights, actually. That's 40 nights for $24,999. And then the last one on Scarlet is in September. It leaves on September 5th, and that starts at $17,499. And that one's Portsmouth to Amsterdam and Bordeaux from September 5th through the 12th. Then it goes September 12th through the 25th, Portsmouth to Lisbon, Casablanca, and Spain. So then you're moving ports. You're going to Barcelona now. And then September 25th through October 7th. This is the one that you kind of see like almost all of Europe, which is kind of cool. 12 nights. Barcelona, Cannes, Rome, and Tuscany. Like, that's amazing to start in England and end up all the way down in Italy, and so you're basically going down the whole west side of Europe there. So that's really cool. So that's September, and it starts again like it's $17,499. So I love that. So that's the Scarlet Lady. The Valiant Lady that hangs out with us over here in the Caribbean. Here are her sailings. In June, she starts at $19,999 per cabin, and she has 7 sailings. So I feel like we're all really used to these ones, so I'm going to try and rattle them off here without being too confusing. She's June 1st through July 4th is what her June booking is, or her June summer pass. And that's going to start with Riviera Maya, then Dominican Days, then Fire and Sunsets, then Mayan Sol, then Dominican Days, Fire and Sunsets, and then end at Riviera Maya. So that's her June on the Valiant Lady. And then her July is a little bit cheaper. It's $17,999 with 5 sailings. She starts July 4th and ends on August 1st. And she does Dominican Days, Fire and Sunset. There's a really cool one in the middle, the Grand Cayman, Costa Maya, and more. And then an even cooler one, Grand Turk, Puerto Plata, and more. Actually, I take that back. The first one's really cool, Grand Cayman. I love Grand Cayman. It'll be the first time I think that Virgin goes there, honestly. I absolutely love Grand Cayman. And then she ends the summer pass with Riviera Maya. And then in August, again, it's kind of like June, but the pricing is the same as July, so it's $17.99 per cabin. It's August 1st through September 3rd, and it's Dominican Days, Fire and Sunset, Mayan Sol, Dominican Days, Fire and Sunset, Riviera Maya, Dominican Days. So if you understand Valiant's itineraries, you know that she basically just switches from Dominican Days. I say it like this: Dominican Days, Mexico, Fire and Sunset. Dominican Days, Mexico, Fire and Sunset. All of them visit Bimini, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll be in Bimini like every other day, it seems like. And then you'll just be visiting the other countries in there. And then September, it's $14.99 with 6 sailings, starting with September 3rd and ending on October 1st. And that is Fire and Sunsets, Mayan Sol, Dominican Days, Fire and Sunsets, Riviera Maya, Dominican Days. So, while I don't want to poo-poo any Caribbean ones, but it's because it seems kind of normal, I would say if you want to go do a Caribbean one and you do want to work from home, work from hammock, I would say do the July one because it throws in those really cool extra 7-nighters that you're on the ship for 7 nights. So there's 2 7-nighters in the middle of 2 5-nighters in July. So it kind of has a little bit of a different itinerary. So then the Resilient Lady, who I'm going to be on tomorrow, which I'm so excited about, she starts in June for $19,499 with 4 sailings. She mostly does 7 nights, but this last one's 11. She does a Greek Island Glow, Corfu, Dubrovnik, and more. And then Greek Island Glow again in Istanbul, Santorini, and more. She ends with that. But the dates are June 8th through July 10th on that one. And then in July, she starts on July 10th, of course, because that's where we just left off. And she ends up on August 3rd. And that one's $14,999. And it's Starry Nights in Greece and Croatia, which was a huge hit last year in May, or this year in May, sorry. That sailing sold out almost immediately. And so it was a huge, huge hit, the Starry Nights. And then Greek Island Glow, and then Corfu, Dubrovnik, and more. And that Starry Nights in Greece and Croatia is 10 nights long. And then September from $15,499 per cabin, has 3 sailings starting on September 7th and ends on October 2nd. And it's Corfu, Dubrovnik, and more, Greek Island Glow, and then Istanbul, Santorini, and more.
Hi, we're
Samantha
and
Kelly
from
Fabulous
Adventures.
Travel.
Travel.
I just said that.
But you have all the good words. I have we're and from. Let's switch.
But I have all the good words. Do you like Friends, the TV show? If you do, we are doing a Friends cruise. On what date?
June 25th, 2025.
Oh my gosh. So join us. We are doing a Friends-themed cruise, and we are so excited about all the super fun things that we're going to do, and we want you to join us. So call us, contact us at Fabulous Adventures Travel Company, and join us on the Friends-themed
Cruise.
cruise. That's my word. No, just kidding. Bye. See you there. Bye. So those are the itineraries. The Brilliant Lady isn't involved, if that's your question, because she's not out yet during the summer pass. She actually joins us right after that, right after they all end, pretty much. She will come into play, is what I like to call. We'll bring her into play, and she will start sailing. So maybe she'll get summer pass next year. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. So you do get your Sea Blazer and your Sea Rover benefits, your Deep Blue extras you do get when you're on board. So you will get that on top of the benefits that you have. So if you are a Deep Blue extra, you will get the extra 100 for bar tab each sailing. I think that's really... Oh yeah, honestly, Ariana just asked. Ariana just asked if you're not Deep Blue, you would eventually become it because you will have sailed 5 times at that point. Well, no, not really. So, because some of them, well, it depends. I guess it just depends on how many sailings you have on yours. So they count it by sailing. So, they count the loyalty club, the sailing club, by sailings, not by nights. So most people are used to them counting it by nights. I'm trying to think. Most cruise lines count it by nights. I'm trying to go through it here. But Virgin does it by sailings, which kind of keeps it a little easier, I guess. I don't know. It seems funny to me that I guess they do that because not all sailings weigh the same, right? I mean, you could have an 11-night sailing and have a 4-nighter, and they basically, according to them, have the same weight. So that is kind of strange. But if you're doing one of, I think there was some in here that had 3-nighters, three itineraries. Did I see that? Hold on. I feel like I read one. Yeah, like this September one on Scarlet Lady only has three voyages. You wouldn't qualify for Deep Blue extras. So that gives you kind of an idea. But if you already have it, then you do qualify and you get to use those wonderful perks that they give us for Deep Blue extras, which is awesome. So that is the summer pass. We'd love to help you book it, obviously, because it's amazing, and I want to be living vicariously through you because I still have a few more years, so that is a possibility for me to work on the ship. When everyone wonders where the owner of Fabulous Adventures Travel is, they'll just have to look to the sea to find me on one of the ships. Working from Hammock is what will be. So I only have a few more years for that. Not that I'm wishing that away. Wishing away my last years with the kiddo. But yeah. So anyways, that's the summer pass. Like we said, we'd love to help you book. Just give us a ring or shoot us an email or whatnot. If you are not on my group page, please join us on Facebook at Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals, and join us there because that's where we kind of post everything and talk about everything and give all the deals. And we do a Tuesday Tips Live there, and all that goodness. So. All right, well, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next week. But until then, I'll leave you with my favorite phrase, which is, you float our boat. All right, we'll see you. See you next week. Bye.